All right, the Spire of Iriolarthas. Should be our last. Isn't this the last one? I don't remember. I don't have enough. We're going to have to do a large. I don't have enough mediums. We were running out of speed on the other one anyway. Is somebody went through and someone who bought the rights to the game, like basically, I think they went through and didn't they basically revamp it, like a remastered edition? Isn't that what happened? That was my understanding of that whole of Kingdom of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Yeah, so remastered. In the hopes of making the money back that was owed to all the to these, you know, under these lawsuits. I'm guessing is what that, you know, that or it was just bought, or that was bought. Maybe they sold the rights to the studio, and then the studio's like, well, we'll get our money back by remastering it. Oh, it's one of those scenarios. But I really enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed the premise. I thought they did it really well. It was, oddly enough, the premise of like how you're a hero and I were going to tie that into the MMO was actually something. It was another thing that I had come up with for an idea for MMOs as well. I'm sure lots of people did, but finally a game studio tried it. I was like, good job. Good job. Yeah, only the remastered version would be available because, again, the other company went bankrupt. Wasn't allowed to sell stuff anymore. Oh my god, we were so close. Bump into more gain. Bump into more gain. Steal the quarter. Steal the quarter. Yes! We stole the quarter, folks. Where's that arcade? We need the arcade duck now. Felt like an MMO with solo, yeah. Because that was, it was supposed to be it's basically the teaser, this introduction, the prologue to the MMO. It was a really smart way to do it, I thought. Create a solo RPG, get people hooked on the world and the lore and everything, and then release an MMO in that world. Made sense to me. Previously known as Origin? Is it still not Origin? Yeah, Riot created League of Legends, and now they're making all kinds of games based off of it. But, you know, in a sense, this is a concept that it's been around for a while. Again, there's nothing really new about all this kind of stuff, but they were trying to do it with Amalur. And he taken away his milk money. Look, if there was a baby duck with candy, Bandy'd steal that candy. His mom will buy him some more. I don't have a mom, so it's mine. That would be Bandy's internal thought process. He's got a mom. His mom will buy him more. Yeah, I mean, well, it's not Riot anymore. It's like they're owned by other, like Tencent owns owns the majority of Riot now and makes the decisions. It's my understanding. So how much money they have? I mean, they're not a privately owned company. They don't have money. They generate a lot of money. It doesn't mean they have a lot of money to spend. But yeah, they have been trying to make more stuff off that because it just makes sense. But even they've had to cut some of their production, unfortunately. My issue with Riot is just after Tencent. Well, they always had issues with the way they manage their communities, and they were at least trying to. It seemed like they were putting an effort into resolving that, and then after Tencent acquired them, they just stopped. I mean, I don't know if they've gone back to trying because I just quit playing League of Legends completely, and I haven't gone back to any other properties since. But yeah. How long do you have to wait for another duck to drop in? Like 2 to 3 minutes? I don't know. There isn't an actual counter. It's that duck that fills in at the top right of the screen, that's a duck filling in from the bottom in yellow. When it's full, a new duck drops in. It seems like 2 to 3 minutes. He doesn't have to make the quarter dirty. Because nobody would see the quarter, because the quarter would instantly go into his robe somewhere in a hidden internal pocket. No one would know where that quarter was. And it wouldn't be something accessible on the outside of his clothing. Except in a way that he knows how to get to, right? It's Bandy's. There's a reason Bandy's clothes look like shabby and patched. All of those stitches and patches and everything are distractions from hidden pockets. Like there's ways to get into different places, or he'll just reach down the front and put it somewhere. And but again, you don't know exactly where. It's only something that he can't hide, that he has to make look dirty so that no one else will want it. Like in Infinity's on the Go, he got a staff of power. And then like the first thing you want to do is figure out how to make it not look so powerful and expensive. This is bad. This is real bad. Somebody's gonna steal this. Someone will kill me over this. Just for this. They won't even know what it does. It just looks too good. Yeah. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Bandy needs access to a pocket dimension. I mean, it's some. Oh! I hear the UFO duck. Oh, it dropped the streaming computer into the pool. There it goes. Hey, the streaming computer joined us. It's got its on button and the reset button. This was really well designed. And it's a liquid cooled. Look at that. Look at that. That's so great. Such a great design. Our newest duck is the taking pigment. Need that arcade duck. Need that arcade duck. So here's the thing, bag of holding. Bandy everybody kind of understands how bags of holding work, so Bandy wouldn't necessarily, if he had a bag of holding, he'd absolutely use it. But he still wouldn't, there's things he still wouldn't put in it because he feels like if he knows how to empty a bag of holding, so does everyone. Then he makes that assumption, so he still wouldn't put things in a bag of holding unless he absolutely had to. Eventually, because that was the only thing he had available to him at the moment. But eventually he would want to find another way to deal with it. have an idea of how a higher level bandy would solve this problem. But I need to look up and see if his school of magic would allow that. Because bandy ultimately, I mean, he's level 1, but ultimately the higher level versions of bandy are abjuration wizards. Let me go. Let me just look this up a bit and make sure it's. Let me make sure that's going to get me where I want it to. I mean, regardless, that's where he's going. Yeah. Abjuration emphasizes the magic that blocks, banishes, or protects. So he's going down this path early on for very specific reasons, but later on we'll have to see. It doesn't really go into detail about. Let me see if I can find another. There's more information. The warding magic, protection magic, negation magic, and the creation of magical traps. Yeah, more why he was going down. I'm not sure if it will do what I want it to. You may just have to learn that somewhere. Yeah. Effectively, you kind of lean towards. It leans you into becoming like a mage killer. Right? And that's kind of. Yeah. That's very much where he wants to be. But early on, he's very much just learning stuff that. Well, anything that he can come across, but the things that he was able to learn by the time you see him at the beginning of the Affairs of Wizards were things that were going to help him, either that he had learned from his mom or that he had, made deals to learn because it was going to help him in his, current existence of thieving, right? What do we just get? Oh, we just got it. There. Folks, we got it. We got Idle Champions. The arcade game. Now we just got to get the Idle Champions arcade game to bump into Bandy and we're good. Bandy and Idle Champions win. But Bandy's incredibly fortunate. I don't think this didn't come out in the last episode. I'm going to give you a little inside info. There's a reason why Bandy very much would like to take a long rest. And is very upset he didn't get one. That spell book that he acquired in episode 1 had new spells for him in it. And he transcribed them into his spell book. Because his bling that he got, this hasn't come out yet either, I don't think, or maybe it did, is a golden quill that writes magical ink that allows him to transcribe spells into his spell book without the ink cost. Right? So as long as he's already got a spell book with lots of pages, as long as he's got spell pages left, and he's got plenty in his mom's book, he can transcribe spells at no cost. So he got new spells. He just didn't get to use any of them because he didn't get a long rest. And then in episode 3, he got yet another spell book. And yes, he does not care at the moment about transcribing those spells. He cares about getting a long rest, but yeah, he's getting a lot of spells out of this adventure. Oh, here we go. Oh, look, the quarters on the back of the duck now. I didn't notice that before. Oh my god, that's great. That's great. All right, we just got to get the arcade up to the quarter. So yeah, Bandy's in a real good place at the moment. It's just, yeah. After that last episode, all Bandy wanted was, I need to lay down. Like, I'm so tired. Yeah. He didn't care about the damage that was being done to him in the moment, but now that everything's done, he's like, oh god. And when everybody was like, let's go see what's going on with this person, he was like, I really need a nap. He did not want to do that, but it turns out that was a good idea. Oh, here we go. It's happening. Come on. Oh no, they just missed. No. It just missed. So much for legendary endurance of dwarves. Look. Bandy got wrecked in that last episode. In the last 2 episodes, Bandy has been closer to death than I think he's probably ever been. And in one instance, he recognized it and cared. And in the second instance, didn't recognize it, didn't care. I mean, even if he had recognized it, didn't care. Now that everything's over, he's like, oh god. Morden, please. There we go. The quarter's on the top of the machine. What do I play? Oh my god. Okay. W to jump. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my god, there's a shark. Do we have to do this a certain number of times? There seems to be a counter at the top. Oh yeah, it's filling up. No! I think I gotta... Oh yeah, play again. Literally jumping the shark, yeah. I gotta time my jumps better. Ah, and I can't float. Alright. Alright. I think the thing at the top right is filling up, though. I think. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to get further than I did the first time to find out. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How much further? 600. Alright, come on. I mean, I'm actively playing a game while idly playing another game. Oh, God. And the active game isn't even the main game on the screen. This makes sense. It totally makes sense. I don't know what the can did, but I wanted it. Oh! Hitboxes are huge. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a regular 80s game to me. Hitboxes are about the same. It's a square. That's what you can't look at the design of the art. It's a square. You got to miss the whole invisible square. You got to get that in your mind. These are not triangles at the top. This is a square box that you're jumping over. That's what you got to fix in your mind. Oh, son of a... Yeah, at least it's not asking me to go steal more quarters. That would be the worst. Because it's like, okay, now you gotta go steal a quarter again. And I feel like it's random. This is randomly generated. Because I was like, do I have to remember the pattern? But I don't. Oh my god, a triple. Okay. I was like, can I land on that? I don't know that I can. You'd think a pool floaty would be safe, but I don't think it is. I find it funny that the shark is... Oh. Wait, I got 1 out of 1. Was that... I did get the achievement. I did get the achievement, though. This is the point. We were trying to get the achievement. The achievement was called Play the Game. You finally control a duck. So I'm only missing 1 achievement. Look, I would prefer Duck Hunt, honestly. I have won after the can? Okay. Interesting. So the can was what you have to get, then. Did it put another can of soda out here? It did not. Okay. Oh my god, just clicking on it. Oh! Oh! I wish this was a thing. I wish I could buy Yellow Duck from Placid Plastic Duck and have it come with a little pool floaty, a flamingo pool floaty. I wish there was an official toy. I want it. I want it. I want it so bad. So that's what we got by getting the can. Okay. Yeah, that's what we got. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and for those of you who didn't know, we renamed We renamed the frog Support Pigment because it just makes more sense. Makes more sense. Yeah, I don't think we got to do anything more on that thing, on that jumping thing. I don't know that we got what we needed out of it. I made it pretty far. I don't know that there's an end. With my luck, it would just keep going forever. It'd be like, when's it gonna end? When's it gonna end? But it never would. I have some rubber ducks. I have 4 pirate themed rubber ducks, but they're little tiny rubber ducks. They're about this big. Yeah. They're in my bathroom. They sit on the counter. Because once upon a time I was trying to pirate theme my bathroom, and so I had pirate themed rubber duckies. Tiger handhelds? No, I couldn't stand those. I know what you're talking about. I'm still wondering if there's something, maybe, like this looks like you should be punching in the code. But, yeah, there doesn't seem to be a way to do that, at least yet. Or no one that people have figured out. $200 for a sealed one? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Collectibles, yeah. Collectibles are pricey. At this point, that's a collectible. I remember the driving in was made to look like a video game, was just a conveyor belt with objects on it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I also remember the old football games. And I think they had, well, it's definitely football games. And you'd line your players up and in the formation you wanted. And then you'd turn it on and it just shook. And then they just kind of moved around. Dumbest fucking thing ever. So dumb. I remember that too. I remember those being for sale, and I just looked at them and I was like, why would I ever?